Guten Tag.
Grüß Gott, Frau Nakamura. Ich habe etwas für Sie.
Oh, it's from Gabriel.
Ja, das ist vom Schattenjäger. Ja.
No, I think you... Gabriel is a working partner and... Never mind. Danke.
Bitte, brauchen Sie noch etwas?
Gracie, you decided to come over. That's great. Guten Tag and all that. I'm sure you and Gertie are hitting it off. Thanks for finding the werewolf book. I'm not sure what it all means, but it might be useful. About Ludwig II, you know, I think you might have something there. Ubergrau says there are 2 places you should check out. Ludwig had a castle called New Swan something, and there's a museum about him at here in chemistry. Something like that. I really think you should spend some time looking into it. Don't worry. Things are going very smoothly this time around. I've tracked a suspect to a hunt club run by a man named Von Glauer. He seems okay, but I'm sure there's something going on with at least one of the others. Don't worry, though. I met a police detective named Lieber, so I have backup. I'll be finished soon. Sit tight and enjoy your visit till I get there. Gabriel.
What?
Danke.
Bitte.
Herr Huber?
Yes?
I was wondering if you've changed your mind about telling me where Gabriel is. It's really important.
No. Sorry.
Thanks.
Bitte?
Hello there, dear.
Hi, I'm Grace Nakamura from the castle. Am I interrupting?
Heavens, no.
Have a seat, Miss Nakamura.
Well, I might. For a moment.
Isn't this nice? We just finished our breakfast. Do you want something?
No, thanks.
Good for you. I can never turn down food myself. Now you just tell us all about it, Sugar Pie.
You mentioned the other night that you were a demonologist. What is that exactly?
Well, it's not as bad as it sounds, honey. What Emma and I really do is to help protect people.
Protect them from what?
Well, do you believe in the devil, Miss Nakamura?
I believe in good and evil, if that helps.
Oh, but Satan and his demons are real, and they will attack the living. And most folks don't know what to do once they've been attacked. We try to help protect people.
How can you protect people from demons?
Best protection is faith in God, of course. But sometimes faith isn't enough. Sometimes we have to delve into the supernatural in order to protect others. Your Schottenjoggers are just the same.
We are? I mean, he is?
Of course. The warriors of light are rare these days, but they do exist all around the globe.
That's interesting. I just read about a group called Manos del Sol in Brazil. So the Ritters aren't the only Schottenjägers.
Well, they're probably the only ones to use that title, but others have been chosen for the battle.
Do you know anything about King Ludwig II?
Sure, we saw his castles, didn't we, Mother?
We sure did. Why do you ask?
Well, I found a letter in the Schottenjäger library warning Ludwig about the Black Wolf.
Who wrote the letter?
One of Gabriel's ancestors, a Schottenjäger.
Seems like whoever was using me as a megaphone helped you find that letter. Perhaps you should follow the path something's pointing at. Look into Ludwig.
I intend to. The other night you said something about the Black Wolf. What did you mean? Where did you hear that name?
I wasn't the one talking.
I don't understand.
quite all right. The point is, it would be a very good idea to answer those questions, and we must work together to do so. Of course I'll help you, Pumpkin. I'd like to know myself, wouldn't I? It isn't every day one's taken over by a disembodied spirit, and I don't much care for it, thank you.
You're not talking about a seance, are you?
Oh, heavens no.
Thank God.
Emil's right. I'm much better at tarot cards. I can read for you or for someone else if you prefer.
Are you sure you don't know anything about the Black Wolf?
I never did, dear. I told you. Really, you mustn't confuse the vessel with the voice. All I remember was seeing a very bright flash like lightning. Next thing I knew, Emil had me outside. Whatever it was very powerful. Very powerful.
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to do my tarot reading.
Don't you worry now. I know what I'm doing. Push your vital energies into the cards. This is your soul card, that which applies to all of your lifetimes. It's the Empress. Oh, that's a good one.
What's it mean?
It means that your soul's journey is one of leadership. There's great strength here and intelligence. This card represents what you're like in this lifetime. It's the Chariot. Self-discipline, control. You need to feel you have a plan, that you're testing your abilities. The Chariot's very masculine. In combination with the Empress, it tells me that you're currently exploring your male side. You will seek out great achievement, but it does have its price.
Doesn't sound anything like me.
Yes, dear. The third card represents the other. You've pulled the Magician. Who is he, dear?
Excuse me?
Your other, the Magician. Oh, this is a very powerful card. Major Arcana.
My other?
Everyone has an other. Let's see. I bet it's the Schottenjäger. What's his name?
The Schottenjäger? Gabriel Knight.
A name of power. He is powerful, this one. The Magician is dexterous and cunning, mischievous and manipulative.
That's Gabriel, all right.
And very strong with magical and occult powers. Now this is interesting because your card, the Chariot, is all logic and reasoning, while his, the Magician, is spiritual and intuitive. You two are quite a pair. The fourth card shows what you're trying to achieve at this moment, your immediate destiny. It's the Strength or Lust card.
Lust?
Not that kind of lust, dear. It's a trial card, finding the strength to continue some difficult journey. It also represents the integration of conflicting energies. That must be your Chariot and his Magician energies. Strength also means bonding those energies, loving without judgment, learning to love the beast.
Uh-huh.
What is this trial, dear? Do you know?
Well, Gabriel and I are involved with a case right now.
It will be a hard time. You must let your love give you power. Use the positive energy of your union or you may not succeed.
I think you have the wrong idea. Gabriel and I just work together.
Yes, dear. But if I might just suggest, when you're facing negative forces, the positive energy of love is a very vital weapon. You make yourself vulnerable when you resist your own tools.
Well, that's been helpful.
I hope so, dear.
Maybe we should do a reading for Gabriel.
Oh, let's! It's a little like spying on someone unawares, but what the heck? reach out to the cards and to think about his essence. His soul card is the Magician. Yes, dear, it reflects your other exactly.
Well, maybe, but I'd rather hold out for David Copperfield.
And his lifetime card, oh goodness, the Lovers.
You mean the sole purpose of his life is in his pants? Doesn't surprise me.
It's not what you think, dear. It's a duality card. As a lifetime card, it refers to Gabriel's own duality. Good versus evil, physical pleasure versus spiritual growth, that kind of thing. His challenge is to integrate the conflicting parts of himself. Until he does, he'll never find peace. And you will find peace when you acknowledge all of him. Find a way to love the worst as you already love the best.
You're really reaching.
Mother.
His other is the High Priestess.
Let me guess. That's me, right?
No, dear, it's not. The High Priestess represents psychic mysteries, deep wisdom. This is a very different energy from your earthy one. This must be our connection. To the voice, dear! Someone is trying to communicate with Gabriel. This force is represented by the High Priestess.
That's not much help. What about the Black Wolf?
But it is a help, dear. The High Priestess is a spiritual guide card if ever there was one. The message must have been a warning.
If this force is connected to Gabriel, and if he's so very psychic, then why doesn't it just go to him? Why say it to me?
Maybe Gabriel's blocked. Maybe he's purposefully blocking. There is that duality business. Let's go on and see if it becomes clear. The fourth card, remember, represents the current situation. It's death.
Oh. Nothing to worry about then.
Now, you just leave interpretation up to me, Sugar Pie. It's a transformation card, dying to one thing and being born to another. It is painful, but it isn't necessarily bad. Two of Wands. Oh, my.
What?
A 2 is not good here. Wands is Mars in Aries. That's a war card. In conjunction with the death card, there are 2 possible transformations.
2 transformations?
Yes, dear. Gabriel is waging a spiritual battle. The transformation might be good or evil. That must be the purpose of the High Priestess. She's trying to guide him.
So you think he really might be in danger?
Oh, yes, dear. Gabriel's very essence is at stake. If he takes the wrong path with his powers, Imola and I will stay in town. You must let me know if anything else happens that we can read for clues. Let the Force use you.
I'd better go.
Anytime you need us, stop by.
And be careful now.
Thanks.
Gerda's here. I wonder what she's up to.
Gerda was in love with Wolfgang.
Boy, do I feel stupid or what.
I wish I could read these biographies of Ludwig. Wait a minute. Ludwig II, fairy tale king of Bavaria. I didn't see this before. Yep, English. Huh.
Grace Nakamura. They're beautiful, but they won't last long in my coat.
There. That's better, don't you think? I'm so sorry. I was an idiot.
Gabriel and I, we never...
I know. It's my fault. It's Gabriel's fault. He never tells me anything. I don't know why he didn't want me on this case.
Maybe he just...
Don't even try to make excuses for him. Still, he's up to his neck in it, I think. Will you help me out with something?
Of course.
I have to do some research on Ludwig. I want to go see some of his castles.
Take Gabriel's car. There's a map of southern Bavaria in the car. Ludwig's castles are all marked.
Thanks.
Good luck.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Ist das die Ludwig Museum?
Ja, ja. Ludwig der Zweite von Bayern.
Ich hätte gern eine Eintrittskarte fürs Museum.
Ja, 8 Mark für eine Ganztagskarte. So,
Danke.
bitte.
She's beautiful. One of Ludwig's few close friends was Empress Elizabeth of Austria. She was a distant cousin of the boy Prince, and he saw her often growing up. Graceful and beautiful, Elizabeth seemed to represent the feminine ideal to the younger Ludwig. Their friendship continued after her marriage, mainly by correspondence. She remained a source of stability for Ludwig throughout his life. In keeping with Ludwig's love of romance and drama, he called her the Dove, and he to her was the Eagle. Ludwig is Prince Charming. He played the part well. Ludwig is offered a crown of laurels by the genius of immortal fame. He looks so regal. Why would he give up all of this pageantry and become a recluse? Looks like it weighs a ton. I wonder if these pins have any symbolic meaning. Signets and June 7th, 1886. Ludwig composes a I have no idea what that says. Looks old, though. Oh my God. That's the slate for my dream. Maybe Mrs. Smith will know what my dream meant. I have to ask someone. This thing is getting too weird. December 14th. If I give orders... These are actual notes from Ludwig to his servants. December 18th, 1881, Lynn. Ludwig's death mask. Wow. They sir. She's beautiful. 26. 20. Ludwig is even after Ludwig and Signet. I wonder. He looks. There's. Looks like. June. 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 When. June 8. His. I have no idea. Maybe Mrs. December. If I give. These are. December. Ludwig.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag. Ist das die
Im Museum ist einen Brief von Ludwig über eine neue Wagner-Oper.
Ja, ja, ich kenne diesen Brief.
Wo kann ich mehr von dieser Wagner-Oper sehen?
Ja, ich weiß nichts über Wagner. Das hier ist kein Wagner-Museum.
Ja, ich weiß.
In Bayreuth befindet sich ein Wagner-Museum. Versuchen Sie es halt doch, ne?
Bayreuth. Danke.
I don't think the guards want to be bothered while on duty.
Our tour begins in the entry hall. Ludwig II lived from 1845 to 1886. He assumed the Bavarian throne at the age of 18 when his father died. Ludwig's passion was building castles. He built 3 during his lifetime: Linderhof, Herrenchiemsee, and Neuschwanstein. Plans for a 4th castle, Falkenstein, were underway when he died. In addition to his obsession with building, Ludwig also had a passion for classical heroic German mythology, a taste he shared with the German opera composer Richard Wagner. Neuschwanstein is decorated throughout with themes from these stories, most of which directly relate to Wagner's operas.
These scenes seem to tell a story, but I have no idea what story. These scenes seem to tell a story, but I...
The paintings in this room are from the Siegfried saga. The paintings in this room are from the Siegfried saga.
I wonder where that door leads.
You are now standing in the king's bedroom. The theme of the bedroom is Tristan and Isolde, the tragic love story retold in Wagner's opera. The opera was given its first performance in Munich in 1865, and a 20-year-old Ludwig attended. This is probably the most elaborate and expensive bedroom ever created. It took 14 woodcarvers 4.5 years to create this room. It was this kind of extravagance that bankrupted the king. In the years before his death, he found it increasingly difficult to find money from any source.
Did they have running water in 1886?
The richly carved bed, with its canopy, resembles a Gothic building and its turrets. The bed's draperies were handmade by dozens of Bavarian seamstresses.
Did they have running? Maybe Ludwig thought all this luxury would help him sleep.
Scenes from the opera Tristan and Isolde. In the corner is a brown tiled stove with clay figures of Tristan and Isolde. This is the king's living room. The walls are decorated with scenes from the Lohengrin saga. The king first saw Wagner's opera Lohengrin when he was 16, and it so affected him that he considered it a form of enlightenment. The tragedy of Lohengrin was his essential loneliness. This too was Ludwig's own fate. Ludwig withdrew more and more into his fantasy world of epic heroes and absolute monarchy. An ideal he was determined to create in his castles if he could not have it in his real life. He only wanted to be alone with his dreams, so much so that even his servants were kept at a distance and were not allowed to look at him.
What were you afraid they'd see?
The miracle of the Grail.
These linens look seriously expensive and seriously old.
The swan motif is featured throughout the castle, but it is particularly prominent in this room. Both the swan and the lily were symbols Ludwig associated with himself. They represented his ideals of majesty and purity. The painting behind the swan shows Lohengrin's arrival.
More swans.
This is a reproduction of the grotto from the Tannhäuser saga. In such places, Ludwig could pretend he was one of his beloved mythic heroes. As the grotto personifies, the castles were solitary playgrounds built for Ludwig alone. He believed the masses were too coarse to appreciate fine art, and he seldom entertained guests. In fact, Ludwig had a standing order that upon his death, the castles were to be destroyed. Fortunately, the estate was in such debt that the castles were opened for paying tours only weeks after Ludwig's death. They haven't closed since. It is one of the great ironies of Ludwig's story that the castles that he was thought insane for building are now considered Bavaria's finest treasures. They have paid for their construction many times over.
I can almost picture Ludwig in here. I wonder what he really dreamt about in this room.
This is the king's study. Ludwig spent much time at his desk writing letters, drawing up plans for his projects, and studying his favorite authors. He loved poetry, history, and the classics. In later years, he also studied the occult. What affairs of state he did reluctantly attend to were generally attended to alone at his desk in writing. His reluctance to meet with his heads of state and perform the duties of the king were one of the reasons for the charges brought against him in 1886. But Ludwig dreamt of true kingship and a true monarchy, and the small powers left to him after Bavaria succeeded power to Prussia only incited his disdain and frustration. The study paintings depict scenes from the Tannhäuser saga and the Wartburg castle.
I wonder why he was studying the occult before he died.
The study paintings depict scenes from the Tannhäuser saga and the Wartburg castle.
I doubt there's anything left in there now. Besides, the guard would kill me if I touched it.
This is the final room of our tour, the Singer's Hall. It was modeled after the Singers' Hall of the Wartburg Castle, where minstrel competitions were held in the 13th century. The hall was built for small private concerts, but Ludwig himself never gave one here. It is said that during the last few years of Wagner's life, he came to Neuschwanstein frequently and performed for the king alone in this room. The hall is probably best known for its enigmatic wolf paintings. The original paintings were from the Parsifal saga, but in 1882, Ludwig had them replaced, supplying the description and titles of the new paintings himself. While all the hunters tracked down Engelhard and Hildegunde.
There must be a story behind these wolf paintings, but what story?
This is the final room the hall was built for. The hall is
Nice view of the Alps.
Ludwig's childhood castle, Hohenschwangau, is visible from the lookout in the Singers' Hall.
Grüß Gott.
Guten Tag. Ist das die Wagner Museum?
Yeah, you're an American, aren't you? I'm afraid the house is closed this time of year. It will be open next month.
Crap.
You are interested in Wagner?
Very interested. Very recently very interested.
Yeah. Most of the house is closed for cleaning, but a few rooms are open. I shouldn't let you probably, but if it is only you, you are alone, aren't you?
Endlessly.
Come in and look over.
That's very generous. What do I owe you?
Georg Immerding. It's only a few displays. Besides, I wouldn't be much of a shining knight if I charged you.
Thanks, Georg. My name is Grace.
Hello. Have a good time.
Richard Wagner. Wagner's piano. On this piano, the maestro composed his later operas, including The Ring. Franz Liszt, composer and Cosima Wagner's father. An old sofa. The death of Wagner. On Ash Wednesday, 1883, Wagner suffered a heart attack in a Venetian gondola on the way to Saint Michel. His wife and the gondolier carried him into a church where he regained consciousness. Wagner died 4 days later on this sofa. Wagner's Death Mask. Wagner's desk, exactly as it was on the day he died. It looks like an architectural drawing of a theater, the Wittelsbacher Theater, München. Every square inch is measured. It's a letter from a Monsieur Beaujolais, dated September 1881. Looks like he's discussing acoustics and sound waves, and crystals. Wasn't Wagner's Bayreuth Theater already built? Why would Wagner be worrying about acoustics? The great patron himself. Ludwig as the classical Greek hero. A portrait given as a gift from Ludwig to Wagner. June 10th, 1880. We must speak. July 18th. Ludwig's Death Mask. These look like production designs. I don't see anything that looks like those wolf paintings in Neuschwanstein, though. These look like production designs. I don't... This must be a model of Wagner's own theater, here in Bayreuth. Opera costumes.
What are you doing here if the museum is closed?
They always like to have a caretaker here. It's a good job for me. I can soak in the atmosphere of the maestro while I compose.
What are you composing?
This? Oh, a new arrangement. One of Wagner's pieces.
For the Bayreuth Opera?
No. I am only a student at the university. I study music, composition, conducting.
Is there much of a call for conductors in Europe?
Ask my brother. He is the conductor for the Munich Opera.
Well, that's convenient. Does that mean you get free opera tickets?
Yes. I get a week's pass to the Opernfestspiele, the opera festival in Munich. It starts in a few months.
Hope I'm still around to see it.
Come with me if you like. If you're still around, I can go backstage and all sorts of things.
I'd love that. If I'm still in Germany, I'll call you, all right?
Yeah, good.
Tell me about Wagner.
He was a character. He spent most of his life trying to convince rich patrons to subsidize his work. Unfortunately, he had expensive tastes. You see, he believed that someone of his genius deserved to live well. Can't argue with that.
But Ludwig II supported him, didn't he?
Yeah, sure, but Ludwig came along very late in Wagner's life. By then, he had already been run out of Venice and most major cities because of debt. Ludwig saved him. And the music. Best thing Ludwig ever did.
Do you know anything about that letter from Wagner to Ludwig in the display case? The one about the diagram?
Ah, no. Some sort of equipment for Ludwig's theater. But I don't know why Wagner would have cared about this. If he was worried about any theater, you would think it would have been his own theater, here, in Bayreuth.
Have you ever heard about the letter that Ludwig wrote to the Munich conductor in 1882 telling him to prepare for a new Wagner opera?
You're full of surprises, for an American.
What do you know about it?
No one knows anything about it. It's like a treasure map, you know? It's probably a complete fairy tale, but it does make you wonder.
You have no idea what it could have referred to? Maybe something that Wagner was working on with Ludwig?
If there was, there's no trace of it. Except perhaps in the dreams of unemployed music students.
Have you ever heard about the wolf panels in the Singers' Hall at Neuschwanstein?
Did my brother send you here?
No?
Probably not. It's only the letter to the conductor, the wolf panels. Oh, my brother thinks I am crazy because of all my theories.
What theories?
This is Quatsch. If there was a lost opera, a lost Wagner opera, and if one could find it, to a conductor, this would be like finding King Tut's tomb. But people have looked for it before. If it ever existed, it is gone forever. My brother says I waste my time even thinking about it.
I'm curious. Is there any other information that points to the lost opera besides Ludwig's letter and the wolf panels?
It's nothing. I'm not even supposed to have seen it. You see, my brother says that Wagner was too egotistical to have produced a lost opera. If he was working on something new, every person in Bayreuth would have heard about it. On the other hand, it was in Ludwig's character to have wanted a private opera.
But it wouldn't have been private. Ludwig's letter shows he intended it to be played in Munich.
Yes, but that it would get so far without Wagner telling others? Why keep it a secret?
Maybe there was a very good reason for secrecy.
For example?
Like... Never mind.
Hi, Gerda. I'm back. Good.
Gerda?
Yes?
Have you heard from Gabriel at all?
No, Grace, I'm sorry.
Never mind.
I'm not sure what other case books would be relevant. Professor Barkley will call when he finds out something.
Are the Smiths in their room?
Yeah, I believe so.
Could you ask them to come down, please?
Ja, natürlich.
Now you just tell Merle what's going on.
I had a dream last night. I didn't remember it at first, but I saw something today at one of the museums.
What was the dream?
I was being chased in the woods by wolves. And I saw a sleigh. Ludwig was inside. He pulled me up, and I thought I was safe. But then he turned into a wolf.
So what do you think, Mother?
A dream of rescue is a spiritual guide dream. The High Priestess in Gabriel's cards must be linked to Ludwig somehow.
What do the wolves represent?
I'm a psychic, dear, not Freud. But the warning I got was about the black wolf, wasn't it? And the wolves in the dream. It must be the same danger.
It's so frustrating. The more I find out, the more questions I have.
Why don't you try a little communicating of your own? Ludwig's the link. Appeal to him. The answers may not come right away, but at least you'll give the guide something specific to say the next time she contacts you.
Isn't there any way that you could, you know, do a psychic reading on Ludwig or something?
To tell you the truth, I've been trying all day to make contact, but I only feel great despair. Ludwig's soul is not at peace.
I'd better go.
Anytime you need us, stop by.
And be careful now.
Thanks.
I don't have anything to say to him. I don't have anything to ask Gerda right now. July the Elizabeth Mark Ludwig's in this note.
What were his last wishes? This place is giving me more questions than answers.
They certainly make an incredible look. They certainly make. I don't have anything to say to her at the moment.
Hi, Gerda. I'm back.
Good.
I don't have anything to ask. She's beautiful. One of Ludwig is prince. Even after Ludwig 26 Ludwig is Ludwig and I wonder if Signet he looks so real. Ludwig, there's got Ludwig looks like June 7th. Ludwig is taken. June 3rd. June. The midnight. Maybe Mrs. Smith. Ludwig in December. Grace. No. I don't have anything to say. December. These are the December. If Ludwig. I don't think the guards want to be bothered.
The closed.
I don't think.
This is Ludwig's private chapel.
It's a beautiful crucifix. The Black Madonna of Altadine.
The stained glass window. This is Ludwig. This is the
Whoa.
The mirror.
These linens. I'm surprised people don't sit in these chairs when the guard's not looking.
The swan motif is featured. The paint. This as the grotto. It is one of. This is the king's study. His reluctance to meet with his head.
I don't think the guard. I wonder why. I don't think the guards want to be bothered while on duty.
This is the hall. The hall is. This is the hall.
I don't have anything to ask Georg about at the moment.
What's that book in the case?
Cosima Wagner's journal. It's locked up for preservation.
Huh.
I don't have anything to ask. Wagner souvenirs. Don't think I need any of those. Wagner. This must be a model of Wagner's opera costumes. Opera costume. These look like production design. I don't. A portrait. June. Ludwig. Wagner died on that. The death. It's a letter. It looks like Wagner's death meant. Wagner. It looks rather simple. Wagner died on that. The. I don't have anything to ask Georg about at the moment.
Hi, Gerda. I'm back.
Good.
I don't have anything to ask Gerda right now. I'll write to Gabriel, soon as I have enough info to blow his little investigation out of the water. Professor Barkley will call when he finds out something. It wasn't worth picking up the 4th of March. I have heard I beg your
Bert,
a ticket to the Ludwig Museum. A ticket to the Ludwig Museum.
Nothing else I...
There's no...
I'm not sure... I don't have anything to ask Gerda right now. I don't have anything to ask Gerda. I thought Gabriel said this place was stripped. Those look better.
I don't want to disturb.
That's the truth.
Gracie, you decided...
I don't have anything to say to Herr Huber at the moment.
I don't have any... I don't have anything to say to her at the moment.
They certainly...
Elizabeth
July...
Ludwig's... In this...
No. $26. Ludwig is off.
Even after... Ludwig and... He looks so...
Lud...
I wonder...
Grace. Six. I wonder. Looks like it weighs a ton. June Ludwig. June 8. June 7th. Ludwig. I have no idea what that says. Ludwig's death. December 4th. If I give. These are actually. December. Maybe Mrs. Smith will know. The midnight. Maybe Mrs. I don't have anything to say to her at the moment. Ludwig remained in his hunting other than when they a good the man the king in 4th of March. I beg your most. I'm not sure Georg would want to see that. I'm not sure Georg would want to see that. I'm not sure Georg. I'm not sure Georg. I'm not sure Georg would. I'm not sure Georg. I'm not sure Georg. I don't have any. Grace Nakamura. Wagner souvenir. I don't have anything. Cosima was Wagner's wife, I think. She probably just talks about him in her journal. I don't have anything to ask Georg about at the moment. Wagner died on that sofa. It looks rather simple considering the grandiose stuff Wagner. It looks like an architectural drawing of a theater. It looks like it's a letter from. Wasn't Wagner's Bayreuth Theater already? Wagner's death. These look like I don't. These look like I don't. This must.
I don't have anything to ask Georg about at the moment.
Hi, Gerda. I'm back.
Good.
I don't have anything to ask Gerda right.
That hole is a trigger for the secret passageway.
Grace Nakamura.
I think it'll be quicker to go back the way I came.
I'll leave the other roses on. At least I have the... I don't think the guards want to be bothered while on duty.
Our tour Ludwig. In addition, the paint.
These see...
The painting. The closed...
I wonder if Ludwig...
You are now standing in the king's bedroom. The theme of this. You are now standing in the king... This is Ludwig's private chapel. The king was the paintings above the altar depict Saint Annan.
A king? It's a beautiful... The Black Madonna of Alt...
The stained glass. This is the Ludwig.
Whoa.
The mirror.
These linens look I'm surprised people don't sit in these chairs.
The swan motif is featured throughout the castle. The paint.
More
This, as the... In fact, it is one...
I can almost picture Ludwig in here. I wonder what he really dreamt about in this room.
This is the king's... His reluctant... The study...
I wonder why he... I wonder...
The study...
There must be a...
Engelhardt.
I don't think the guards want to be bothered while on...
Engelhardt. The hunters. Hildegund. The wedding. The death. Ludwig.
Nice. I don't think the guards want to be bothered while on...
This is the final... The hall...
There must be a story. There must... I don't think the guards want to be bothered while on duty. I don't have anything to... Cozy. Wagner died on the... It's a... What?
Hi, Gerda. I'm back.
Good.
I don't have anything to ask Gerda right now. I don't have anything to say to her at the moment. Ludwig is Prince Charming. July the Elizabeth Martin. Ludwig's in this no. They certainly. She's one of. I don't have anything to say to her at the. Ludwig. Even after Wagner's death, Ludwig still showed. Ludwig is offered a crown of laurels by the genius. 26 July 1874. 26 July 1875. Ludwig. He looks so regal. Why would he give up all of the... Ludwig. He looks... Signet. I wonder if... I wonder... I wonder... I wonder... I wonder... I wonder if... I wonder if... I wonder... 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 Looks like it weighs a ton. Looks... Ludwig... Looks... June 7th, 18... June... June 13th, when... June 18th... I have no idea what that says. Looks old, though. These are... December... if I... December... Ludwig's... I don't